the Millennium Falcon. It's the ship that made the Kessel run in less than 12 parsecs.
Before I start, if you could give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you're new. This is the way.
Hey, what's going on, everyone? Hope you're all doing very, very good. Hope everyone is fantastic. Hope you're well. Yeah, first live stream in a little while. It's been I've been wanting to do one for a few weeks. But yeah, Pulsecon obviously happening in the last 24 hours ish. Gave me perfect reason to come and sit down and hang out and do another live stream and talk about all these killer reveals that Hasbro put out, especially for Star Wars. There's been some really cool stuff for Marvel and G.I. Joe. Among other things. But yeah, we're here to talk about Star Wars here on Saturday night. It is 7:30 p.m. at the present time. So yeah, if you can hear me all good, it's, just give me a thumbs up. Let me know. Brian's here. How are you, Brian? I'm glad you can stop by. Saturday morning, iced coffee and toy talk. No, I agree with you there, man. I agree with you there. But yeah, I'm pretty stoked. I woke up this morning and you know, I was aware Pulsecon was going to be on. I didn't know what time it was going to be here locally. Seemed like I probably only missed it by a few hours once I woke up this morning. So yeah, it was a case of going, you know what, perfect opportunity to do a live stream. I'm going to go and jump up and yeah, whip up a thumbnail and get some thoughts together for tonight. So it's yeah, it's been a good day. Yeah, lots of really cool stuff coming. I just, in terms of collecting, I feel like we're about to get this sort of end of year onslaught of product. Like it's been a little bit slow going at times during the year, and we have these little bursts of, you know, waves, these Black Series, these TVC waves. And even this week, I've just picked up the Sabine and Chopper, which I bust open almost immediately. I've got the reviews coming for those early next week. And as I was messaging with Brian, Metal Jedi here in the chat, he was saying, yeah, I got the message to say my Darth Maul speeder set with the blood fin, the Black Series set, has arrived, but I just gotta wait for payday now, which is a bit of a bummer, but it is what it is. You know, as I said, it gives me something to look forward to next week when I can go and pick that thing up. So that's going to be cool. I'm pumped. I've got a space on my shelf right with the Phantom Menace stuff. It's going to be cool. It's going to be cool. So yeah, nice range of figures coming out. Haven't researched too much. I'm going to go just straight into sharing Hasbro Pulse Instagram page. They put all the posts up, and then there was a few other figures that, or a couple of other figures at least, that Hasbro shared on the live stream, but haven't yet posted about on their own Instagram page. So I thought that would be for the best. Again, thank you for coming, hanging out, watching. Yeah, it's like I said, it's been a while between live streams. I feel a little bit rusty, but it's all good. It's all good. I've got my cup of Yoda water here. This cup has been with me for some years. I feel like it's almost time to retire it and get a new Star Wars cup. Yeah, it's a bit cracked. The picture's almost gone. I probably need to treat myself to a new cup. Yeah, being a work day today, I spent the day talking. So I'm hoping I'll be fine. I'll be fine. Hey, Linda's here. How are you, Linda? Hope you're doing well. Great to hear from you. What do you say we just get into taking a look at some stuff? Because I'm ready to pop myself in the corner. There we go. What I want to do is we're just going to click on the first one here. Now, we've sort of seen this one around already. This has sort of been revealed recently, I can't keep up with all the different conventions and live stream events anymore. It's way too hard to keep up with everything. So yeah, the Stat and Battle Droid, beautiful, nice. This is the Hasbro Pulsecon exclusive for the year. This is really, really cool and nice. Harken back to the sneak preview from Phantom Menace 25 years ago. And yeah, we did talk about this recently. Even I've spoken about it on live streams because I pointed out that the front of the stab actually looks like a face. You got the little eye there, you got an eye on each side, big nose, and you've got this tiny little smile. And it's something you can't unsee, so I do apologize. But if I have to have it ruined for me, then so does everyone else. So yeah, no, I'm pretty keen if I can get a hold of this. I'm not sure whether we at Castle Run here in Collectibles will be able to get this one in. It'd probably be more so an exclusive to Zing/EB Games here in Australia. So yeah, it's available September 13th. I'm just reading here, Hasbro Pulse Premium members, which is something we can't do here in Australia. So they have been providing most of the sort of the Pulse exclusive stuff to us in Australia recently. It is Dory. It looks like Dory. If the price point is good, yeah, a couple would be great. But I'm happy with one. I'm happy to have one sort of sitting up the top. I think it'll be sick. I think it'll be really, really cool. So yeah, just in between sort of scrolling through here, I'm just going to try and jump back over to the stream page and make sure to check the comments and stuff in the chat. So I like the stand. That's pretty nice. And the Battle Droid, slightly repainted. You can sort of see he's got a little bit of dirt and wear, which is nice. And I think the sort of the feature of him is he's got the 1138 on the back. So one of George's little sneaky throw-ins, 1138 reference. And you see that on the Battle Droid on Naboo, just as they all, I think it's just as they all start to collapse after Anakin knocks out the droid ship, the control ship, and they all start to slump. You see this one just sort of slump forward. I'm pretty sure it's that one. But you do see that, yeah, that 1138. That's a nice little nod. I'm glad they put that into the figure there. That's cool. The packaging, I mean, that's just goddamn awesome. Like I was saying, the Darth Maul on the blood fin, similar style packaging, like that. Nice harken back to the Phantom Menace days. 25 years. I'm old. I was 11 when that came out. But yeah, that looks cool. Nice packaging. Really nice display piece. Yeah, it definitely looks like that nice old. I don't think the sneak preview had the sort of episode 1. I think it was sort of, I don't think it had the Darth Maul. It was still sort of a little bit of Power of the Force green, if I remember correctly. Still don't have a 3 3/4 inch stat. Disappointing to myself. Be a Skywalker stat soon enough. Hopefully, I'd love to see that sort of blue one with a with Anakin, and even I would even take a season 1 Ahsoka to go on up from that Battle of Teth. That'd be sick. Skywalker stat, yeah. I mean, Hot Toys has done one. I'm gonna leave Shiza. I want to talk about him afterwards. These two. Fantastic reveals here. These two, Commander Gakara and the Commando Droid, far out. Like, I know they're sort of the pipeline these, but you know, to sort of see the figures finish like this, absolutely unreal. Yeah, Commander Gakara, perfect to go with Kiadi Mundi that's just been released. Get a good look. Coming on that new clone body, we've got a new clone head sculpt for Bakara here, as well as that sort of the pauldron and the belts that go down the front. I I think the belt around the waist was used on one of the Purge troopers. I can't see mine from here, but I think that belt itself has been reused. I could be wrong. I can't see from here, but yeah, fantastic. Love some more Clone Wars stuff, more personalized clone troopers. The Kara looks great. I would love to see some of the Galactic Marines come out. Absolutely fantastic. I mean, the packaging there, Revenge of the Sith. So this is the second figure from Revenge of the Sith, which is unreal. We're only getting into the second figure, so hopefully this is a sign. We've got the 20th anniversary of Revenge of the Sith coming up next year in 2025, so I'm really hoping we're going to get a bit more Revenge of the Sith love. Obviously, Darth Sidious being number one, Clone Commander Bakara coming out, the second figure of the line. I think we've all just got our fingers crossed for Anakin and Obi-Wan. I think they know we want them. The Commando droid, absolutely unreal. Fantastic. I love the vibro blade and to stick it on the back. You know, after this year, having the Droideka and the Super Battle Droid come into the line, yeah, the Commando droid here is absolutely fantastic. Looking forward to getting a couple of these. I hope we get the. I'm already forgetting the droid from Outlaws. I've already played 40 odd hours of Outlaws, but I've already forgotten the name. KD, I think it is. With the trench coat, I'd love to see that droid come out as like a slight retool of this. I was really hoping for a reveal of Kves and Nyx. I think that would be a fantastic addition to Black Series. Given that they've given a bit of love to the Jedi Fallen Order and Jedi Survivor. We'll get to that again shortly, but yeah. I know, you know what? I'll take a Commando droid, a standard Commando droid as he is right now. It looks so good. Anything else can come later. Little concerned about... I shouldn't be concerned because the smaller figures are kind of fine. I've got a couple of the... I think I've got one... I've only got one Commando droid. That's disappointing. I need to fix that. In 3 3/4. I was just looking at the joints and yeah, it shouldn't be too bad. So yeah, another addition to the Clone Wars line, number 18. Love that bright yellow packaging for the Clone Wars. There's the picture on the side. Looking at the side, the arm there, I'm trying to think who was the last addition to the Clone Wars. No, not jogging my memory at the moment. Pre-Vizsla. I feel like we've had a Clone Wars figure since then. Hey Jake, what's going on, dude? I hear you. I hear you. You know what? I apply this rule for a lot in life. You just never pull out. That's the trick. You just don't pull out. What an army of Commando droids. Bakar is awesome. Death of Kiadi picks. Oh yeah, they will. That's why I want Galactic Marines, dude. Like, yeah, get a couple of those. That'd be so good. Yeah, if anyone remembers what number 17 was, it's just looking like, yeah, I'm just having a complete mental blank. So yeah, 2 new additions to the prequel era of the Black Series is absolutely unreal. Love the look of those. Yeah, there are some more Black Series. Let me just jump back over and share. I want to switch over and just share another window if I can, if it will let me. I'll have to come back to that one. That's all good. Present. Share screen. There we go. So yeah, sharing from Toy Arc. They put up a good range of photos taken from the live stream. Yeah, they've got the stat. Go down, we'll talk about Shizor very shortly. And then we'll get into some vintage collection stuff, but I want to scroll down because I want to take a look at this here, Gaming Greats edition, Dagon Gara from Jedi Survivor. This could be equal favorite reveal from the day. You know what? I still haven't given it a shot, have given it a thought. But yeah, this is what I'm looking for when I sort of see High Republic stuff. The Acolyte figure is absolutely unreal. But look, the robes on this is High Republic. This is just peak. I mean, yeah, he was a fantastic character in Jedi Survivor. Really, really cool. And yeah, he looks great. Yeah, he's got the one arm. Just the sort of the pale skin. I can't remember what species he was. He was like a near human, but he had lost his arm. But I'm just looking at the ornate, the look of the High Republic Jedi robes. And there's the symbol of the High Republic, the Jedi and the High Republic there on his chest. Just the way they've sculpted this, his lightsaber is very much a sort of decorative piece. Whereas by the time we got to the Acolyte, they sort of said it was going to be High Republic, but it's sort of at the very tail end. So I still want to see something go back to High Republic. So there we have him with his double blade. Part of me wishes they would have given him a sort of almost a ghost arm. So there was a part of the game where he sort of does fight with a sort of spiritual arm sort of thing. Would have been cool to see that like translucent blue, but the point of the figure, like it's perfect. Like I love it for what it is. He looks great. Yeah, look at the lightsaber. I don't think Hasbro's gonna take $6 or $7 off of this figure because he's missing an arm though. It's all right. Yeah, there he is in the packaging. Out of the package. Unreal. This is fantastic. So yeah, the 27th edition to the Gaming Greats. Dagon Gara. He looks really good. Very, very appreciative that they're still going to be revisiting characters. But I'd love to get some of the main characters. I'd love to get, Seer and Merrin. I think they're probably two that are on a lot of people's lists. They're going to go into more of the Jedi Fallen Order, Jedi Survivor games. This is a picture of him on the side. No real hints on the edge of what could come next for Gaming Greats. And you know what? We're just going to jump straight into the next one. I'm going to jump back and have a look at the comics. I'm excited everything revealed in Black Series and TVC Dagon, and especially Shizor. My favorite reveal. Shizor is sick. Yeah, definitely. I like the it's obviously there's a couple of these figures like Shizor and Bakara. They've had a couple of little slight leaks, so we kind of knew they were coming, but to sort of see them in this finished state, whew, unreal. Absolutely, they've been cooking. Hasbro's been cooking good. Ben Swallow, what's going on? Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate it. Hope you're well. Yeah, let's jump back over. So we're finally getting an update to Luke Skywalker and Princess Leia in Black Series. Much needed. I believe Han Solo may also be pipelined. Maybe. I know his pipeline, him and Ben Kenobi also pipelined in the Vintage Collection. And we're going to take a look at the Luke in the Vintage Collection when we get to the TVC stuff. But yeah, for now, we're going to take a look at Black Series. So yeah, Luke here looking particularly good. I know there's a lot of You know what? I know a lot of people have already. It's not that they're complaining; they're sort of, picking on the likeness of the face. And I think for most people, we've sort of understood for the longest time that Mark Hamill has a likeness that is very difficult to capture in action figure form because his face he changes so much throughout all three of the original trilogy. Like he looks so different from film to film, whether it's just the hair, the length of the hair, the color of the hair, and that's more so just lighting. Um, whereas the Black Series, he's almost got almost like a lighter brown, a little bit of a blonde sort of touch over the top, and then in other lights it looks a little bit lighter, a little bit blonder. But I think the likeness here is pretty damn good. Be nice to turf out my custom, which has served me well. Has served me well. Same with the layer. Let's have a look at some other pictures here. I think that's a good likeness, honestly. Maybe a little bit lighter in the hair, but these are still early images. I love that they've reverted back to the plastic now that they've got the sort of the methodology of the way they construct the figures. Now they've got the base, and then they can do the softer sort of plastic on the outside. And it looks like his arm may have a little bit of extra wriggle in that sleeve. You can sort of almost see the arm up there, whether it's going to be sort of fixed in, or I'm trying to think. There was another figure recently that almost had a slightly looser inner sleeve that allowed a little bit of wriggle. But yeah, to get away from the soft goods and have it sort of completely uniform throughout the entire figure, I appreciate that big time. There is the packaging. The Princess Leia. Yeah, after the vintage collection, new figure for vintage collection this year, coming out in all plastic, I was very keen for Black Series to address that figure in the same way. I do like the soft goods robe on the original one, but I just think visually, aesthetically on the shelf, I like the look of the fall, the fall of the robes. It looks a little bit more natural when you can sculpt it and have it looking like it does in plastic. Let's get another closer image there. The layer on the side there. Okay, that's those three. That's vintage, so we're going to go back. And before I move on, I'm just going to double check those. No, Hasbro Pulse hasn't put those two up yet, so we're just going to stick with what Toy Ark has here. We'll try and get a couple of closer up looks. Layer there in the packaging, number 8. I think she looks pretty good. Not sure whether it's going to be a new head sculpt or just photo real, which they've done already. And it worked. This one looks particularly good. And I like the interchangeable, the hood, so you can have both versions if you want to have two. Either way, it'd be very, very cool. Having new look and layer, I think, yeah, absolute must have. Han Solo, Ben Kenobi, the other two that really, really need an upgrade for A New Hope. I'm just sort of looking over at my New Hope shelf as I'm talking. Yeah, Ben Kenobi definitely could do with a good upgrade. Han Solo, absolutely. Like he was from the second wave. He hasn't had a figure in over 10 years now. So in A New Hope, yeah, very overdue, but we'll take it. Red Leader One's here. What's going on, mate? It's good to hear from you. Hope you're doing well. Might be best look likeness yet. I agree. Updated Sand Troopers, yes, I will agree with you there 100%, Malcolm. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, especially with the new bodies. Sandtroopers, they still hold up okay, like visually, like the sand, the weathering on those original Sandtroopers are still pretty good. But yeah, the new tooling for the new Stormtroopers are just so good that yeah, they could definitely do with an upgrade, freshen up, if you like. I reckon that'd be elite. All right, so just trying to think if there was anything else Black Series related. Unless we want to talk about the helmet. You can see they did a little presentation of Emily Swallow opening up the Armorer's helmet in Black Series, which is pretty cool. I was lucky enough to meet her when she came to Australia last year. That was fantastic. She was awesome. There's a little Armorer doggy. Cute. Yeah, I didn't watch the stream, but sort of just clicking through and having a look. Helmet looks nice. Probably not one for me, but it's cool. It's very cool. One of the team members rocking it. It looks good. Yeah, she looks pretty stoked with it, honestly. That's good. That's good. She's a good sport. I like Emily a lot. She's fantastic. Yeah. So what I want to do is quickly jump back over to the Instagram. So I'm going to do that quickly. Get a look at Hasbro Pulse's Instagram. So we're going to take a look at the best possible looks at the photos here of Prince Shizor. Yeah, this one has been leaked briefly. Yeah, there were a couple of leaks, but yeah, this one's looking just, oh man, unreal. This is almost, Black Series collector's dream come true. And yeah, there was an announcement at some point. Yakface put a post out that Dash Rendar will, of course, be joining the line as well as Luke Skywalker and Princess Leia potentially. I think. Let me have a look. I know Brian sent me the image before. Yeah, so Yakface said, build out your Shadows of the Empire collection. Look for more Star Wars figures, including Luke Skywalker, Leia Organa, and Dash Rendar. So yeah, it could be a Luke. He did go through a different costume change through Shadows of the Empire. Princess Leia, maybe another re-release of Boushh, or maybe her in her sort of blue outfit that she has with the figure that came with the 3 3/4 comic pack. She's all, but I don't know. I tell you what, look at that. It's all down to that sort of puzzle-like pattern of his robes, the sort of the gold tassels at the end. Such a iconic character, Prince Shizor, and going back and revisiting some of that 90s stuff is just unreal. Like his staff, even with the Black Sun Syndicate at the top, super cool. The sort of the soft goods coming from the elbows looks nice. The head sculpt just unreal. Yeah, he's a species I'd love to see come into live action. Just another look at Shizor there. Fantastic. That is a damn beautiful looking action figure, and I cannot wait to have him gracing my shelves. Yeah, unreal. Dash Rendar is going to be super cool too. Yeah, love the nice callbacks. Look at this detail on his spine there, down his back. Multiple ponytails. Beautifully done. Yeah, getting Shadows of the Empire in its own packaging with the purple, which is a wonderful callback to the Shadows of the Empire line from 1996. And that's awesome. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if we start seeing these on some callback cards too, as some exclusives at some point. I don't know. We'll see. I don't know. I'm quite content with just having the purple on the Shadows of the Empire box. Super cool. Nice little write up on the back there. Prince Shiza is the head of the galaxy-wide criminal organization known as Black Sun. Shiza uses his intergalactic shipping operations to execute favors for the Empire and carry out his own agenda. Fantastic. Yeah, this is definitely one of my highlights from Pulsecon, honestly. And Shizor and Dagangara. Unreal. And while we're here, while we're looking at Hasbro's official pictures, we'll take a look at the helmet, because that does look nice. Yes, it is. Bounty Hunter Chewie. Yeah, that'd be cool. Flat top Chewie. Snoover, that's his name. Yes, good call. Pauline Jedi. I wonder if there ever was one. I'm sure there was. Let me just skip through and have a look. No, it's some nice photos. The weathering looks good. I like the sort of the details there in the sort of the corner. Pretty much the same on the inside. That'd be cool, you know what? If you could have a helmet on a stand and then have like the tools sort of sitting in front of it. If you could find replicas of those, that'd be cool. So I reckon we talk some vintage collection, because we got some pretty cool reveals here. Now there was one more. We'll take a look back over at the toy arc afterwards. But yeah, the main 4 figures revealed. Clone Trooper Lieutenant Teth, so confirming that that planet was Teth in Ahsoka. Yeah, beautiful Clone Trooper. It's that phase 1 mold that came out early this year, I think. Early this year, I believe. Repainted a little bit in sort of 501st. Luke Skywalker, A New Hope. Perfect. Needed happening. So it looks like they're going to stagger those original trilogy folks in 3 3/4, as they've said they've pipelined Han Solo, they've pipelined Ben Kenobi. We've already got Leia. Now they're going to drop Luke. So it looks like they'll be staggering a few things, mixing up a few assortments coming up in the future. So that looks good. Dedra Miro, pretty cool addition to Andor. Yeah, again, that might be one I sort of sit on and wait for a little bit. I'll definitely pick her up in Black Series first. She's coming in Black Series very shortly. I think some people have even got her already. Yeah, given the low sort of selection of Andor figures in 3 3/4, I'll hold off. I'm not in any rush to get them. I will get her at some stage, but you know, with Black Series having the bigger assortment there of characters for Andor, I'll pick that one up first. Yeah, an interesting one to put out, given that there's so many other characters that they haven't released yet in 3 3/4. And Anakin Skywalker, which is very exciting, coming from Ahsoka, the sort of live-action version of Clone Wars Anakin. Flick through and look at some images. There's Luke. He looks good. People are sort of talking about the boots and sort of straps. If you compare that to the image of the Black Series one, yeah, it's sort of got white, very white, whereas they're sort of a bit more of a yellowy color. But again, these are still sort of pre-release images, so they could still change. If not, so be it. It is what it is. He's looking pretty good. I'm planning on getting at least, I need one for the Cantina, I need one for Tatooine, I need one to sort of hang out with the crew in his poncho. So I'm probably going to at least get 3 of these Lukes just for my New Hope collection. It sounds like a problem, but no, it's long awaited, a good classic Luke Skywalker and vintage collection. Yeah, it's been way too long since we've had this Luke version of Luke released. So I'm pretty pumped about that. Hey, Echo, what's going on? Dedra's here. Hair with the paint apps looks better in Black Series, which is much requested in TVC. Yeah, I think also she opens the door for a lot of female Imperial officers going forward too, which is cool. Dedra coming out in 3 3/4, so hopefully that that means more characters. There's Luke on the card, sticking with that classic Kenner card back. Yeah, maybe the boots are going to stay that color, but clever people will be able to weather them up, make them look a little bit better. He's got this little comlink. He doesn't come with the binoculars in this figure by the looks of things, even though they're like right there on the card back. That's all good. That's all good. Got the light set with a peg. So that's a peg hole there. Right there on the belt. Kind of well disguised, actually, honestly. That's pretty cool. And there's Dedra. Yeah, maybe not the cleanest of photos. But yeah, cool nonetheless. And she was a good character in Andor, so nice to see her getting a figure. And yeah, Anakin here looking pretty solid. Looks like they've trying to work out how much has been reused here. I think just the arms, because the arms look pretty much the same. And yeah, hopefully some new legs there. Again, we'll see. Because I'd like to see this figure come out with some ball jointed hips as opposed to the swivels of the original. But I'll be picking this one up for sure. The new head sculpt looks good. Looking good on the card there as well. Looks fantastic. Droid caller. Sorry, same thing. not same thing, but yeah, I know what I'm talking about. No KVS. Yes, I was hoping for a KVS reveal, in one scale or the other. Hopefully soon. Hopefully soon. Interested to know your hopes for next year regarding Black Series Revenge of the Sith figures, Jedi Interceptor. I don't think we'll be seeing that anytime soon. I think that's just too big for Black Series. I don't think that's on the agenda. It looks amazing. Great cutback, absolutely. Jump back over and have another look. Yeah, it is a good image. Definitely a good image there. Now he's the... they're sort of calling it a lieutenant, but it's very much more just a Phase 1 501st. It doesn't have the sort of the dots for the lieutenant. The lieutenant's kind of got a sort of a lighter blue color, so yeah, it is what it is. It's still a cool looking figure. Nice card back there. Looks pretty solid. Yeah, so there was another figure. I'm just going to talk about this one now. The Streets of Mos Eisley playset. This is just super duper cool. I love what they're doing here with the Vintage Collection 3 3/4, doing some diorama pieces. I think this is really, really clever. Making some really cool, just backdrops for figures. It's what we've been asking for a long, long time. Yeah, this one's coming with a Jawa. You never say no to more Jawas. Really nice looking weathering effects. I like the boxes, the crates down here. We do have some of these crates of our own at Kessel Run. 3D print. And they're pretty awesome. I do like those, but these look cool. I'm glad Hasbro's getting onto something like this for for the market. But, you know, if you're after anything else, we've got some 3D printed diorama pieces, KessRunHair.com. Come check it out. Do ship around the world. But yeah, I like the doorbell droid there. Little bits and pieces you can interchange and swap around, and I don't know, I dig it. There's a better look at all the bits and pieces it comes with. The Jawas, look, the Jawa looks nice. There he is. Yeah, definitely keen for this one. So with the cantina coming out, it'll look good with some extra little scenery around it, around the outside of it. You could play around. Look at this. Double blastering. What a guy. That's a pretty cool playset. I'm digging that. I like it a lot. Cool card back. Look at the Jawa's hands. Look at his little furry arms. His little furry arms. Oh, they're disgusting. So that's cool. Yes, really cool stuff there. But yeah, I'm going to go back over to Toy Arc for their wonderful coverage. So I just wanted to go in and talk about the last sort of vintage collection figure that was revealed in Dara from the Acolyte. And the Black Series figure was particularly good, and this one looks nice as well in the 3 3/4 inch scale. The robe looks good. I haven't pre-ordered any of the Acolyte figures from the vintage collection yet. We'll eventually pick them up, but again, it's a case of having more selection with the Black Series, so I've sort of gone with that one first. That looks pretty nice. It's a nice looking card back. John Master Indara. There, yeah, back to Dedra. So yeah, she's 3, 4, 5. Okay, so the Clone Lieutenant is 3, 4, 8. 3, 4, 7 for Anakin. Okay. Dedra is 3, 4, 6. And Luke looks to be... I did see it somewhere earlier. Now it doesn't want to show up, of course. No, that's all right. That's all good. But yeah, some really, really cool stuff. Yeah, what's on your list? You want to buy some of those? What's the if you could pick 2 out of the lot, out of all the Hasbro reveals, what would you pick? The Trinity. Yeah. Interesting to find out that Keanu Reeves was in the running to play Jedi Master Soul, but opted for something else. Luke is 354. Okay, cool. I thought I saw it somewhere, but I didn't commit the number to memory, so that's cool. Not that the numbers really mean too much to me. The only time I worry about the card numbers is when I've got to punch in the title for my figure reviews. I've got to double check them all. But yeah, back to Jake's question here. Interested to know your hopes for next year regarding Black Series Revenge of the Sith. Now let's have a good think about this. So I've sort of got my vintage collection 3 3/4 inch Revenge of the Sith shelf over there. Honestly, main 2 on the list, Jake, would be a new Anakin and Obi-Wan. Just make those definitive figures and just get those out in Black Series. They will sell like hotcakes. We can all put the old ones in the bin. The prices of the original Anakins will come down. I would love to see them do, treat the Anakin like they did with the original and give him the dark side head. If not, put out a Darth Vader, call it a Darth Vader, and do a slightly weathered version, and do a weathered version of Obi-Wan too in a 2-pack or something. You can have the Jewel of the Heroes and put a bit of Mustafar weathering on them, give them something different, give Anakin the sort of more dark side look. But yeah, just put out a brand new Anakin and Obi-Wan, give him some robes, give them some cool. I don't really need any accessories, but they're probably my main two. Now that we've got Darth Sidious, I'd like to see him in his red robe taking on the Jedi. We've got Mace, we've got Kit Fisto. I'd love to see Agent Kolar and Stacey Teen make an appearance in Black Series coming for Revenge of the Sith, and I would rule it out. So they're pretty much just Jedi bodies. I'm just going to do a couple of new heads and some little tweaks and stuff like that. Who else? And they're probably the most important ones for Revenge of the Sith, I think. I believe there is rumors of a new Commander Cody on the way as well, which wouldn't surprise me if they're going to punch a little bit for Revenge of the Sith coming next year. So hopefully they've got some stuff planned. Keanu must play Revan. I'm going to buy some of the 3D printed crates from Kessel Run. Check them out, dude. Check them out. Love you to get some. Throw in some stands if you do. No, you read my mind, right? Revenge of the Sith. Anakin, Obi-Wan, Stacey Teen, Agent Kolar. Yeah. No, I think that's probably my main ones. But yeah, Palpatine in his sort of red robes, just, when Mace and the other Jedi go in to arrest him, I think that would be a good one. You could re-release Kit Fisto. Just give people a chance. Then we'll take a Luminara. She's sort of there on Kashyyyk. Almost a blink and you miss at the moment, but she's there. You know what? Even a clone pilot would be cool. They've got the head sculpt. It's a pretty simple figure to do. It's just sort of a basic electrified Mace. I can see Hasbro jumping on that and saying, "Yeah, we're going to do the electrified collection now." Every time a figure comes with extra lightning and like clear shit, so clear plastic shit. So yeah, we don't need that. But no, we get some lightning around Mace. Have his arm missing. I don't know. What have we got? Revenge of the Sith. Yeah. Aside from just clones, we got Yoda coming, which is going to be good with his chair. That's sort of like an overall prequel Yoda. But yeah, he's definitely going to go with Sidious, I think, on the shelf. But yeah, I'm just trying to think whether I've missed anything else from the reveals. I don't think so. I think I've pretty much covered everything. Yeah, some really cool stuff. I think there's something else coming up next month, October. Do they do 1027 every year? Do Hasbro do 1027 every year? Is New York Comic Con coming up too? So we could still have a couple more things for the rest of the year. Or it was New York earlier. I have no idea. This year has just gone like that. It's hard to keep up. It's been really difficult to keep up. But I did get a new T-shirt today. My awesome girlfriend picked this one up. So that was episode 1. Pod Racing looks retro. It's got all the names of all the pod races on the back. This could be a new favorite. I got the Attack of the Clones one a couple of weeks ago, but yeah, just wanted to share the new T-banger. Yeah, got some cool stuff coming up next week. Looking forward to doing some new reviews. Yeah, you may have noticed I took a little bit of a spell, took a little bit of a break from doing Power of the Force Friday and Clone Wars Thursday throwbacks. I will be getting back onto those when I can. just sporadically. I was putting myself under too much pressure. Looks like Bosk and Sith Lord have photos of Luke and Anakin live in the UK. Very nice. We have to flick over to and have a look, see if anything's shown up on Instagram. Oh yeah, I see. Yeah, Boss Bounty's just put up Luke and Anakin. Yeah, it looks like they're going to the because they've got the Hasbro rep over in England, who's working with those two guys quite a bit, which is awesome. Awesome for those guys being able to get these sort of really early looks at these figures in the flesh. Really cool. Slightly jealous. It's good. Yeah, looking at the Anakin in the box on Boss Bounty's picture. Nice. Yeah, the pants on Luke, the boots on Luke have come out pretty white, so that's okay. It's all good. It's all good. So it looks like all the official press images. Yeah, Sith Lord 229's just put up a couple of now. Let me just go over to Instagram. What I'm going to do is before we jump over, let me go straight over to Mr. Sith Lord. And we're going to share his Instagram feed, and I'm going to steal some credit for his. Share screen. Where are we? Instagram. Yeah, we're going to jump over. I'm going to take a look at some of his photos. There he is, with Mr. Stormtrooper Davis there, in front of Hasbro from Pulsecon. Good stuff, lads. And there he is, Luke in hand. Damn. Yeah, that's nice. That looks good. Yeah, slightly jealous, guys. Slightly jealous. But that's what I get for going and living in Australia. Well, I was born here. I didn't really have a say. Yeah, Leia looks good. Those two images. And then what have we got? I better give him a like. There's Luke on the card. Yeah. Yeah, that looks good. Very much looking forward to that. Oh, the Stappy boy. I'm just going to give him a like there. Look at that. Oh, you guys. You guys. I shouldn't be getting this excited about toys, but I am. It's terrible, but it's great. It's amazing. Oh yes, I'm going straight in my basket. Yes, yeah, we'll have these figures up for pre-order. I don't know about the STAP, but we'll have these up for pre-order on CastleRunHair.com. Come and check us out. We got Cobb Vanth first. Yeah, we did. Yeah, we did. Yeah, we did. That was a good figure too. I did. No, exactly right. Exactly right. So that's going to be like engraved on my headstone when I die. Or on my urn. I don't know. It's up to the people, up to everyone else. What happens to my corpse when I'm dead? Sci-fi, what's going on, man? Well, I forgot about the stat. Just grabbed and reviewed the Darth Maul and Speeder. Nice. I will check out your review as soon as I see it. Yeah, I got the message this morning about my Darth Maul, but I'm waiting for payday, so I don't have the coin to go and pick it up today. But as I was saying earlier, like I've got to wait a couple of days. Probably Tuesday I'll go and pick that up. I have to get paid Monday night, so I'll go pick that up on Tuesday. Yeah, very, very pumped. But it gives me something to look forward to. I got the Sabine and the Chopper 2-pack. This Sabine. I'm going to bring it back up. This Sabine from Rebels, potentially going to be my figure of the year, my TVC figure of the year. Absolutely unreal. My review will be dropping next week. Good morning, TVC Mackin. I hope I've said that right. It's Mac or Mac Ken. I apologize if I goofed your name. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, it's 8:30. I've just been live for nearly an hour already, so I appreciate everyone coming and hanging out. I'm pumped about the Darth Maul and the speeder. Awesome. Yes, I did something right today. Bakara IG-12. Yeah, I've seen some IG-12 starting to pop up around the place. I've neglected to pre-order that one. Unfortunately, that was one I couldn't get through work. Some of the exclusive, like the IG-12 and the 2-packs, we can't get them in at Kess Run here. Most of the individual figures, I think the Darth Maul single box release, the Dedramiro Black Series, Cassian Andor and K2SO. We're actually expecting them in this month. Our supplier has them estimated to come in about 5 days. But by the time they get to us, it could be the week after. So we should have them in by the end of the month. So if you're watching from Australia, come and chuck in a pre-order through those with us at kesselrunhair.com, and we'll try and get them out to you as soon as we get them in. We'll get them out to you nice and quick, and I'm pretty pumped for those to come out. I was watching James RoboQuiff Collects, watching his reviews. That Cassian, that's an absolute banger of a figure. And the Ahsoka the White, we shouldn't be too far behind. Shameless plug. Hey, absolutely, got a plug. It's a business that supports me, so I do my best to support the business. They help me put food on the table. They give me a wage. So if I can help get a few people over to come and buy some stuff from us, even some action figure stands, these awesome action figure stands, which I talk about in just about every single review I do. Nothing shameful about it. Except the slow ass camera. No, some cool stuff coming though, guys. It's really good, and we're having a lot of fun. Especially when the toys come in, we get to open them up and take a look at them, and then box them up and pack them up and send them out. It's I don't know. It's just a joy. We spend every other day cutting hair, being a hair salon. But when we're not, we're 3D printing and we're packing toys. So it just adds a little bit more fun. If I could, I would buy them from you in person. It would be cool, man. It'd be cool. But obviously, shipping is the thing. Shipping is the expense. But if you ever decide to grab some figures from us, Simon, we'll throw some stands and stuff in for you as well, just as a thank you. But we do have some sales. We do have a little bit of a gimmick on a sale on our stands at the moment. If you buy 220 packs, we'll throw in an extra 10 stands, so you get 50 for. It works out to be about 30 Australian bucks for 50 stands. And I'm using them myself a lot, so they're awesome. SLC, straight out of Coruscant. What's going on, dude? How are you? Glad you're doing well. Yeah, no, if you wanted to grab some stands off us, well, I'll try and sneak a few little bits and pieces in the box for you. Both of them might be in great hands. You know it would do. You know it would. It'd be immaculate. It would be absolutely immaculate. Unlike mine, which is a little bit. Oh, you know what? I tidied up the other day, but it doesn't take long to sort of get frizzy and disheveled. We spend more time worrying about everyone else's looks, not about our own. No, we do look after ourselves. But yeah, it does. It grows. No pipelines revealed. No, not yet. Not at the moment. But yeah, I think we'll see some soon. Very, very soon. Like I was saying before, I think I'm pretty sure Hasbro does 10/27 every year. So the 27th of October. It's only like 6 weeks away. And I'm trying to think, New York Comic Con. I can't remember if that's already been or whether that's still coming. There'll be plenty of stuff to come. Hasbro's always got stuff up their sleeve. Can't throw everything out in one hit. I think the reveals from Pulsecon today were just absolutely unreal. Just not a misbeat there. I don't think nothing there that's causing disappointment. I think everything's looking pretty good. Just to see we face my city forgot. Oh, he did. Oh, damn. I'm sure he'll fix that up. He's pretty active on social media, so he'll get back onto that. I have no doubt. No doubt. I'm just double checking to see Mr. Sith Lord, whether he's put any more photos up. No, he hasn't. That's all good. That's all good. Oh, look, we're all human. We all got to face palms sometimes. But New York Comic Con hasn't come yet, end of the month. Nice. Oh, yeah, I thought it was later. I thought it was later in the year. Like, I know, like I remember San Diego Comic Con's always around that sort of July, August. Was it? Was it that long ago already? I thought New York Comic Con came later. So, yeah, thanks for the tip there, man. Appreciate that. 10/27 is another little Hasbro thing that they do, similar to what they've just done with Pulsecon, but that's because I think 10/27 is like the number of the Kenner address or something like that, if I'm remembering correctly. So they allocate October the 27th to doing some reveals. So there's a little 10/27. It's a little Hasbro connection number there. There we go. Oh, it's pretty close. Yeah. 10/27 is the old Kenner address, I believe, in Ohio. There you go. I thought it was something like that. That's cool. So yeah, there's going to be plenty of stuff coming for the rest of the year. I think we'll be good. I think we'll be cruising along. I think we'll be looking at some stuff. There's been that sort of slight little leak of Black Series Savage Press, which is like, yeah, boy, come on, Savage, need that in my life. Yeah, some cool stuff. Really, really excited. What's everyone thinking? What's everyone's most sought after out of today's reveals? What's your picks? Mine would have to be a tie between Prince Shizor and the Dagon Garrett. Those two look elite. Vintage collection. I'm going to say Luke more than the Anakin. Anakin's pretty damn close, but you know what? The existing Clone Wars Anakin, it's not bad. The original one's better than the re-release too. The one with the photo reel, that wasn't that. Yeah. I kept them both on card, but yeah, I don't know. Yeah, TVC at least Luke, but a Black Series, yeah, Shizor and Dagon. Yeah, I do too. I think, yeah, I know that Hasbro sort of, with the Cantina, they're doing the whole Return to Tatooine sort of, I don't know whether to call it a campaign, not really a campaign. It's just sort of like a like a focus. Every few years they do a bit of a change. We got a fair bit of Return of the Jedi stuff over the last few years. Some years ago, we got a lot of Empire Strikes Back, Hoth playsets, and next year we're getting the HasLab Cantina. So yeah, it's cool to sort of see some Tatooine stuff. I'm digging it. I think they all go well together. I think I like the little attention to Tatooine, and being able to run around there on Star Wars Outlaws has been super fun too. So Brian's going with Shizor and Dagon. Mechanized is going with Luke, Anakin, and the Mos Eisley playset. Solid choices. Return of the Nerd going with Dagon. He does look sick. TBC Anakin, the Streets of Tatooine. Yeah, I think it's gonna be a hot seller, that one. I think that's, especially for the toy photographers, that you can manipulate a couple of these scenes with different angles and different accessories and throw bits and pieces. I love the world building. Love it. And so the Mos Eisley display set going all out with this, 100%. Collection is displayed loose, but the card back is so nice. I'm tempted to start a small carded collection. Yeah, I'm sort of going past my carded collection. I've got a few bits and pieces, but a couple I'm sort of getting almost at the decision I'm going to move them on in order to focus on my loose collection. There's a couple that I'm going to keep just because I really like the cards, but there's some in boxes that I've just, I don't even display. I don't hang them up. That I'm just at the point where I'm just like, you know what? As if I've always got some carded stuff, I'm always going to be tempted to keep collecting carded stuff. So I'm just trying to limit those temptations a little bit. So I'm going to be putting a few more little bits and pieces up on eBay over the weekend. Just try and make a little bit of coin back, just to fund some new stuff to open. But yeah, no, there's some cool stuff. There's a few figures, like I've got a little wall on the side of my shelves where I've got some carded stuff. Need an Embo with Marek. Or dude, Embo, yes. I'm gonna say it doesn't come with sand, to which the admin replied, doesn't come with the sky. That's hilarious. I love that. That's so good. That's funny. It would be cool if it come with like a little bag of like kinetic sand that you can just sort of lay out flat. It's funny. Displaying the collection is challenging. Always. I literally 2 months ago, or not even 2 months ago, I completely expanded my 3 3/4 inch collection in order to fit my Clone Wars in. And I thought I was going to have room for days, and I'm already trying to find more space, and I can't now. There's no more room. I'm done. I'm just going to try and squeeze it all in. Look, I've got some room where I could sort of condense some areas of the collection. I could sort of just bring some characters in together a little bit more. And I may end up having to do that sooner rather than later. But for now, I'm pretty content. I have to spend $600 on Jabba's throne set. I have to buy new furniture to display it. Yeah, I'm with you there. Too big for the display cabinet. Yeah, I don't think I end up having to drop any shelves. I think I sort of had that in mind before I got that, because I sort of got that a few months back now, because I didn't pre-order it and I goofed up on that. But I always knew I was going to buy it at some point. I think it must have been June or July that I finally got that. Can't remember now. But yeah, I've sort of got a nice spot for that now, so I'm pretty happy with that throne room. It's worth it. Maybe the Jabba's throne that just came out, while it's really good, I don't know whether it was quite worth it was at $170 here in Australia at least. But it is a nice set. The new Jabba is a great figure, absolutely. I guess from the position where I've been, extremely lucky enough to have the sail barge, which came with the original version of that jabber. So I've had that jabber for a few years. So to get another one, it was kind of, I don't know, maybe it pulled a little bit of excitement a little bit for me. But I've got to take it for granted because I'm, very lucky to have had the opportunity to buy the sail barge when that went out years ago. But yeah, now I have an equally good jabber in the barge and one in the throne room. So still looking for Jabba's throne room. Any store in Australia selling it? You know what? I'm not sure. I haven't seen any. I'll keep my eyes open if I do spot one that's around that sort of retail mark. If you're happy to, it's. I think I ended up paying a little bit more than what it was at retail. It was just a little bit. But if you want to snag one, if you're happy to throw the money at it, I'll keep my eyes open for you, Sci-Fi. So, yeah, you won't regret grabbing it. It's worthy, and especially once you get to the point where you can get your old collection out again. Once you've got once you've got somewhere to set it up, you won't regret picking that one up. Especially with the card figures, yeah, definitely. Yeah, no, I busted both of mine open. Cracked them open. I was going to keep the little Salacious, and I'm like, stuff it. Nah, opening it. So he's just sitting there on the throne. I thought the old Salacious that came with the 2010 Java was good. And then I looked at it next to the new one as I was filming my sort of video of the opening, unboxing, and review. I was like, you know what? I'm not going to open it. And then as I was sort of in between setting it all up, I looked at them both together. I'm like, nah, this new one's opening. This one just coming off the card. Stuff that. It's too good. Games, yeah. Salacious is so good. It is. Yeah, the new Jabba throne. Now I'm confused because I got to see some clarity. You're talking about the big throne room, like the Book of Boba throne room. It is Jabba's throne room, not necessarily just the Jabba's throne. That just sort of come out this last week or two. Compared to eBay stores, yeah. Couldn't find it in Australia. Pounced on it on an eBay deal a few weeks. Nice work. That's pretty good. If you get it for 500, shit. Yeah, you've done well. So I think I paid $650, and that came from interstate. Someone I can't remember what state, but yeah, because I think it was 600 at retail. I can't remember. I'm pretty sure I paid $650. Do you have the old animated Jabba throne from the Clone Wars? I got the Jabba and the rail that he comes with, but I actually used the 2010 throne that I just sort of swapped out with the new one. And I've actually put my Clone Wars animated Jabba on that sort of 2010 throne with the plastic cushions that he came with. So that sort of, because the Clone Wars animated Jabba didn't actually come with his sort of DS and his throne. He just had the rail and the droid that he has, the little protocol droid. So yeah, I put him on the throne, and it works so well. Like it's perfect. And my 2010 Jabba, he's just gone up on my Phantom Menace shelf, so he's just sort of sitting up behind all the sort of pod race pilots and like all those few figures that are sort of attending at the on Tatooine there. So I'm going to try and get another Bib Fortuna and sit him up next to their 2010 Jabba. And it works fine. So yeah, I now have 4 different Jabba the Hutts in 3 3/4, which is kind of nutty. I kind of wish they'd do some more Hutts. Love to see the Hutt twins. Plus, I got the Black Series one. I don't have my Kenner one anymore. I got rid of all my Kenner stuff. Most of my Kenner stuff. It's fun to sort of mix and match and get things sort of, having that Clone Wars Jabba sitting on that throne. It's just, with all the Clone Wars figures, it sort of bumps him up a little bit. He was sort of sitting in the back because he's wasn't sitting on anything. He sort of gets lost in amongst the figures. Now he's at the back and he's sort of sitting up a little bit on his throne. He's just like, yeah. But yeah, no, he didn't have a tongue. There was one that was, I think it was maybe the 2003 Saga line. I think might have come with Jabba with his tongue poking out. And that was the Jabba the Hutt that came on a card back. Either that or there's another one. There was another one at some point. I can't remember. There was that slime spitting one from episode 1. I think he squeezed him and he shot slime out. But yeah, I can't remember which one. Oh, yeah. I you know what? Since playing Outlaws recently, I've gone actually sort of that sort of whole underworld thing. It inspired me to go back and watch Book of Boba Fett. And the scene when the Hutt twins roll up and like the bed is like sinking. You've got all the goons that are carrying them, and it's just like they're just struggling, and the bed is just like, oh, that's so funny. And like it's not meant to be hilarious, but it is. It's just one of those whimsical things. You've just got these two giant fat slug twins that are just, they're demanding to be carried around the desert. And you just know those guys are just sweating buckets. Yeah, I'd love to see them in either scale. Like, that'd be so good. Jabba Glob. They look so miserable. Hey, look, we've all been in jobs where we've all got to support and hold up the bosses, don't we? We've all been there in the past, I'm sure. At some point, we've all got to look miserable, and maybe not literally carrying the boss around on a litter, but you may as well. But yeah, no, I think pretty much got everything covered for the Pulsecon from 2024, which happened just yesterday. Pretty exciting stuff. I'm looking forward to seeing some of these figures in hand eventually. I almost got a pre-order list as long as my arm of stuff that's coming out between now and when those start hitting. But yeah, always something happening in Star Wars collecting. It's good fun. Trying not to, try not to get sort of bogged down by not being able to afford everything. It's just the way it is. It's the way it is. It's getting expensive. It always has been, though. Like, that's what I'm thinking. Like, sometimes I'll just look at it and go, well, this is going to cost a fortune. And it always has cost me a lot of money. I think back of a time, some 7-8 years ago when I was collecting Lego pretty hard too. And yeah, it's just like I can't do that anymore. Can't do everything. And even some other collecting on Marvel Legends, I've done that time and time again. I've collected Marvel Legends. Little footnote: the Secret Wars stuff looks sick. The Marvel Legends Secret Wars stuff looks cool. But I'm not going to buy any of it. I'm not going to buy any of it. Just can't afford it. But yeah, I've always have spent a lot of money. But you know what? You want to enjoy life. You got to enjoy it. You got to have fun. You got to be happy. And if playing with action figures, loft cats, little collection of loft cats. There's Sabine. Almost figure of the year for me. I mean, check it out. She fine. She won a beautiful figure. Yeah, you gotta have fun. You just don't take life too seriously. I don't really have a great deal of other expenses. Kids, I don't have kids. That saves probably a bit of money. Probably saves a lot. But yeah, just gotta have fun, enjoy yourself. And that's part of life. You just got to find the things that you enjoy and find ways to be happy, and that's all that matters. Pre-orders are long and now get longer. That she is absolutely. But hey, if you all don't mind me doing one last little plug, Kess Run Hair and Collectibles, KessRunHair.com. Again, our designed action figure stands. I've spoken about them in most of my reviews over the last few months since we started pumping these out. They are 3D printed. They are very, very nice and clean with 3 different size pegs. You can see there one on the left for Black Series predominantly, but they will fit Kenner vintage figures because they've got sort of a big hole. The one on the right there, mostly sort of vintage, most sort of vintage collection, and then the little peg in the middle. You get those slightly daintier figures as just, in another little support beam. The little archway will pop out. You just sort of got to poke it one side and twist it out, and you can pop it in those 2 holes in the end. And I do sort of glue mine in as well, just to add that extra little bit of strength. But yeah, it gives you a little archway to put a figure's foot underneath. A little bit of extra support. And yeah, I'm someone that's been collecting for as long as I have, and always seeking something. Like these took us almost 12 months to design and get to where they are now, and always ready to tweak and make adjustments if we need to. So I've had a real blast, even throughout my own collection, replacing a lot of other stands with ours. And maybe a little bit of bias there, but I stand by the product that we've created, and yeah, I'm really impressed, and we're getting a lot of good feedback from people that are grabbing them. So definitely hoping to get some more stands out. Again, we're having a little sale at the moment where you buy 40, you get 10 extra stands for nothing. We do ship anywhere in the world. Brian here, Mr. Metal Jedi, he's bought a number of them off of us. So yeah, we're just hoping we get a few more people buying and get the word out there, because we're amassing quite a lot, and yeah, they are moving quickly, which is fantastic. A lot of local collectors on board, and yeah, we did another little video, so come and check out the Kessel Run Hair and Collectibles YouTube channel as well. Subscribe if you could. Come and and follow us on Instagram. You keep up with what we're doing there. So yeah, got some great. Yeah, I'm just really happy with them, honestly. They make cool coins. You can. They're cool. I've always got one in my pocket now. It's weird. I probably shouldn't be carrying around action figure stands, but I do. Anyway, folks, that's my little plug. I'm going to wrap up. I appreciate you all coming and hanging out and watching and tuning in tonight. It's been a wonderful time. I'm always happy when I'm live talking to fellow Star Wars nerds and collectors and friends out there. I appreciate you all coming and hanging out. You're all awesome. And yeah, we'll catch up with you very soon. But yeah, come follow me on Instagram. I am on Facebook. I don't really post everything that I do on Facebook. My The Forces with Jesse page, that's just everything that goes from everywhere else. So I don't really respond a lot on Facebook when I can. But yeah, YouTube, obviously, you're all here. So hopefully that means you're subscribed. If you wouldn't mind giving the video a little thumbs up just to help that out, that would be awesome. And yeah, come follow Kess Run Hair and Collectibles. There's a link on my Instagram bio. You can come find us on Instagram. And yeah, from there, you can come check out our website, see what we've got. We have a lot of fun. Yeah, just come and hang out and get a vibe for our workplace. It's the best thing ever. So again, I appreciate you coming and hanging out. We'll catch up with you very soon. Till then, may the force be with you always.